Welcome to today's video. Today, I'm taking you on a trip to a world where the law's limits are just an illusion. Smuggling isn't just about suitcases with false bottoms, it's a whole hidden machine driven by greed and desperation. Today, we'll find out how Escobar's cartel turned fruits into deadly packages, how works of art became the mafia's money, and how dreams of a better life ended in sadness. These are stories that sound like movie scripts, but they really happened. Buckle up, we're in for an intense ride through the dark side of human nature. Let's go! Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine, a legendary man, a logistics genius who could organize shipments on a scale never seen before, and a master of disguise, able to hide drugs in the most unexpected places. The Medellin cartel, an organization that changed the rules of the game forever, not only flooded the world with tons of drugs, making unimaginable profits, but also set new standards for smuggling, surprising law enforcement at every turn. Avocados with cocaine instead of a pit, an idea so crazy yet so effective, surfboards filled with powder, perfect for sea transport, jeans soaked in drugs, a smuggling method that was hard to detect. These are just some of their tricks, showing their endless creativity. The scale? Huge. Tens of millions of dollars a day, an amount that would make your head spin. Fleets of planes crossing the sky with precious cargo, and submarines that secretly carried drugs under the ocean's surface, that were ahead of their time, amazing in their innovation. Every shipment was a deadly risk, a high-stakes game. Pilots, mules, packers, everyone involved in this dangerous business, everyone played for their lives knowing the consequences. A cocaine capsule bursting in your stomach? A nightmare, an agonizing death, a terrible end. Escobar was an innovator, a visionary in his field, but also a tyrant, ruthless towards his enemies. His empire claimed thousands of victims, leaving a bloody trail. Drug smuggling is not just a business, it's a brutal reality. It's a lesson in how ambition without scruples creates monsters capable of anything. The avocado became a symbol of the bloody business, reminding us of the price people pay. And the cartel's creativity inspires criminals to this day, unfortunately. It was Escobar and his people who showed how far one can go, that in this world, the only limit is imagination and rules don't exist. And sadly, human life, which in this calculation had the lowest value, was treated as a tool. Their methods are copied, imitated, and modified worldwide, adapted to local conditions. Smuggling is not just about technology, it's mostly about people. It's psychological warfare, where everything is at stake, and the pressure is immense. Every new method, every idea, is another chapter in the history of global crime, written in blood and tears. Escobar set the standards, established certain norms that are still unbeaten today, forming a grim record. His legacy is not just cocaine, it's something much more, but a whole culture of smuggling that is still thriving. It's worth remembering this, keeping it in mind when you hear about new creative ways to cross borders, because history tends to repeat itself. Because it was in 1980s Colombia, in that turbulent time, that smuggling was born, which changed the world for the worse. Let's move to modern times. Air cocaine, a story that shocked France, showing what goes on behind the scenes in the criminal world. March 2013, Punta Cana Airport. Sunny Dominican Republic becomes the stage for surprising events. A private jet, a Falcon 50, a machine for fast travel across borders, luxury, a sign of wealth and comfort, former military pilots, people with a past full of sacrifice and honor, and 700 kilograms of cocaine hidden deep inside the plane, in 26 suitcases, carefully packed and ready to go. The value? Huge, 20 million euros, an amount that could change many lives. The biggest seizure in Dominican history, a huge success for local authorities. The pilots claimed they were innocent, surprised and scared by the situation they were in. They didn't know what they were carrying, or at least that's what they said. They were war heroes, respected veterans. Now they became the stars of a scandal that spread all over the world. The court had no doubts. The evidence was too strong to ignore. 20 years in prison, a harsh sentence for a serious crime. But this is not the end of the story. It's just the beginning. A daring escape, a risky plan that surprised everyone. A speedboat, fast and easy to turn, St. Martin Island, a Caribbean paradise that became a stop on the way to freedom. A return to France, to their home country where justice awaited. An international diplomatic crisis, strained relations between countries. A French court, the place where the final decision was to be made. Lighter sentences but guilt confirmed. There were no doubts left. Air cocaine showed the weaknesses, revealed the gaps in private aviation, a part of the industry that seemed to be outside the reach of the law. Luxury jets became, despite their original purpose, a tool for cartels, a way to quickly and secretly transport drugs. Who would suspect a plane, elegant and modern, flying to Saint-Tropez? No one expected such a turn of events. This is a story about loyalty, about bonds that were put to the toughest test, the limits of the law, which are not always clear and obvious, and the thin line between heroism and crime, hard to define. the case still stirs emotions today, causing heated discussions, and shows that smugglers, ruthless and determined, will use every loophole in the system, every weakness to reach their goal. Private aviation after this scandal will never be seen the same way again. Everything changed. Smugglers are always, unfortunately, one step ahead of control. It's a constant race. Air cocaine is a symbol, an example of modern smuggling, sophisticated and ruthless, fast, luxurious, ruthless. That's how you can describe it. It's also a warning for everyone, even the most trusted, it would seem, can become part, unknowingly or willingly, of a criminal chain. The consequences can be tragic in the world of smuggling, where only profit matters. Smuggling isn't just about drugs, it's also about gold and works of art, where the value is in the millions. Gold in coffee machines, belt buckles, screws. Smugglers' creativity knows no bounds. Melting gold into everyday objects, that's normal, but the real excitement begins in the art world. Stealing and smuggling works of art is the third most profitable criminal business in the world. Stolen paintings become the mafia's money, an investment, a bargaining chip. An example: a Van Gogh stolen from a museum in Amsterdam, hidden by the Italian mafia for 14 years, found by chance during a raid. For the mafia, it's not art, it's an insurance policy. Stolen works circulate in the underground market, rarely ending up with eccentric collectors. Most often they are traded for weapons, drugs, or used for blackmail. Smuggling across borders is an operation that requires fake documents and corrupt officials. It's a game of cat and mouse where precision and coolness are key. The world of art and gold smuggling is a mix of brutal force and the finesse of connoisseurs. Every object can carry a fortune. Criminals are masters of disguise, and customs officers have to be even smarter. In this game, not only money is at stake, but also cultural heritage. Art smuggling is a quiet but extremely dangerous business, and often the most refined. The darkest chapter is human smuggling. Here, lives are at stake. October 2019, Essex, England. The bodies of 39 Vietnamese people were found in the cold storage of a truck. They dreamed of a better life. They died in a metal trap without air. They paid thousands of dollars for a journey that turned out to be a deadly trap. The temperature rose and oxygen ran out. The last messages to their families broke hearts. "Mom, I love you so much. I'm dying because I can't breathe." The smugglers treated them like cargo, not people. Only profit mattered, not safety. The organizers were sentenced, but that won't bring the victims back to life. This tragedy revealed a brutal truth about global inequalities and desperation. The victims had dreams and families who went into debt to give them a chance. Human smuggling is not a problem for one country, it's a global issue. It requires not only chasing criminals, but fighting the reasons for migration. Behind the numbers hide real tragedies. It's a warning: those who have the least to lose pay the highest price. Human smuggling is a business without mercy, and as long as there's hope for a better life, there will be those who profit from it. It's not just a crime story, it's an accusation against the whole system. Every such story should move us, because behind each one is a person, and their unfulfilled dreams. After those tough stories, it's time for some crazy and clever tricks smugglers use. Bananas with cocaine instead of fruit, plastic fruit, and drugs in boxes. That's old news. A leg cast, a pound of cocaine hidden inside. Almost a perfect plan, but their nerves gave them away. Breast implants filled with cocaine, drugs in a wig, heroin in religious candles. Their imagination has no limits. Smugglers use everything from food to body parts. The most shocking: animal smuggling, birds in tubes, snakes in pants, monkeys under a hat. It's not just illegal, it's cruel. The legend of a whale with drugs? Not true, but it inspires smugglers. Drugs in frozen sharks or fish, that's already real. Any item, any package can carry illegal goods. It's a constant arms race, new ways to find things, new ways to hide things. Smugglers are masters of new ideas. They use our lack of attention and our trust in everyday things. Customs officers always have to be one step ahead of them. In this game, you can't just do the same old thing. Every day is a new challenge. Smugglers know no limits, not moral, not physical. Their creativity can be funny, but the results are serious. Behind every method is a crime and a real danger. It's a world where the only constant is change and a constant fight for the upper hand. Time for a story straight out of the best action movies, full of suspense and plot twists. This is the story of the biggest diamond heist in history, which became a legend. Antwerp, 2003. A city that is the diamond capital of the world, the diamond center, the heart of the diamond business. It's a fortress packed with the most modern security systems, which seemed absolutely impossible to break through, guaranteeing the safety of priceless jewels. And yet, a group of thieves known as the Turin School, for a long 2 years, with incredible precision and patience, planned this heist. They rented an office nearby to get to know the building's layout and its weak points exactly. They studied every detail of the alarm systems. They even went as far as building a replica of the vault to practice every move, perfecting it. This way they found flaws and weaknesses in the security system. One night they entered the building with grace and precision. They bypassed all security one by one. Then they looted 123 safe deposit boxes. The loot, what did they actually steal? Diamonds of various sizes and values, gold bars, luxury jewelry, and huge amounts of cash, all worth over $100 million. An unimaginable sum. What's more, they took the surveillance camera recordings with them and disappeared without a trace, as if they vanished into thin air. The police were completely helpless in the face of such a daring crime. No traces, no witnesses, no clues. The heist seemed perfect until a certain point. One of the crew members, in a moment of carelessness, threw trash into the forest, and among it was a sandwich with the DNA of the mastermind behind the whole operation. Leonardo Notarbartolo was quickly arrested, but the stolen diamonds were never found. The smuggling of the loot was a true masterpiece. The diamonds were skillfully divided, professionally recut, and then sold on the black market. This way they became part of the legal circulation, and their true history was erased forever. The Antwerp heist is proof that even the most advanced security can be overcome with cleverness, determination, and perfect planning. The weakest link in any system is always a human, and sometimes even a half-eaten sandwich. This is a story about striving for perfection, but also about the role of chance and unforeseen mistakes. The diamonds are still circulating around the world, elusive and nameless, just like their thieves. Remember that smuggling doesn't start at the country's border, but in the very heart of the fortress, where we feel safest. This is a bitter warning that no fortress, however impregnable it may seem, is completely safe, and that no story ends exactly as originally planned. There's always an element of surprise. In the dark world of smuggling, there's always room for an unexpected twist that can change everything. We've reached the end of this journey into the world of shadows. From cocaine and avocados to the heist of the century in Antwerp, each story is a mix of creativity, technology, and tragedy. Smuggling knows no bounds, not geographic nor moral. It's an arms race between criminals and law enforcement. Safety and human lives are at stake. Which story impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up so you don't miss our next videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.